So this doesn't look good.
I didn't say that. Just saying it's hard to see you on camera.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Like, so you can just see my face?
It's not like that bad.
Okay.
Like if you focus a little, you can see you. But
yeah.
At a glance, if I just like did that,
you'd gloss right over me.
Yeah.
That's what I said. This Hawaiian shirt, it's a little it's a back pocket fatigue, dude. I'm blending in with my nice floral chair.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. How you doing today, dude?
I'm doing well.
Nice.
Just checking some audio waves on us.
Yeah, no, you're doing your due diligence.
We had John and Sarah in here.
Yeah, he was baritone guy.
Baritone. He sat kind of like awkwardly, like right next to the mic.
He was casual with it.
Yeah, which I loved.
Like spoke on the side.
Yeah.
Even if you speak on the side like this, it still like doesn't pick it up as well when you're right in front of it.
And that's what he was doing, so I had to mess around with it a little bit.
Got it. Well, don't tell him that because great podcast.
Great podcast.
Great, amazing podcast.
We sound very groggy to start that podcast. Like, rightfully so. I mean, just from the time of the day, it was 7:50 in the morning.
Yeah.
But granted, I didn't realize how groggy it was when I was listening to it again.
It
was pretty funny.
So we're noticeably like exhausted.
Yes. Oh, I mean, from my perspective, I knew it right away. But I'm curious to see when our marketing interns hear it, and they're like, "Wow, these guys sound like they just went through the ringer."
Yeah. So just to give a little context to the marketing interns, next Tuesday we have John and Sarah, Andrew's father, on the podcast to celebrate Backpocket, kind of. I don't know. It was really fun.
Well, when John and Sarah comes into town, we always try to schedule him onto the show.
Yeah.
The last 2 times he's come in, it's been just a hectic weekend because he's here for no more than 36 hours.
And he's booked.
He's booked.
He's always got people trying to hang out with him.
Yeah, he's getting people nitros. He's just making moves. He's doing Papa John things.
Yeah.
But we got him on, and it was awesome to start the day. And this time around, we got another baritone just to kick off a back-end show number 20.
Most downloaded back-end show of all time. Let's welcome producer Jack Burke.
Hey.
How do you feel that your back-end show? So we've released 20 of these now, 19 with downloads, and yours I believe was number 8?
11, I want to say.
11?
8 or 11.
Yeah, most downloaded back-end show.
I don't really have any thoughts or feelings about it, to be honest. That's just sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. That's just ebbs and flows, man.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kind of sad that your back-end show that you did has more downloads than your marketing intern spotlight?
Not at all.
Okay.
You marketed it way better, first of all, and let's be honest, it was a way better show.
Yeah, that's a great point.
We had a horrible conversation when I was on it.
No, why do you say that? It was a good...
We didn't talk about anything.
What do you mean?
We had an hour of just like talking about... There was just no substance.
Come on.
I don't know.
We were talking about the Eagles. That was your average quality.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
What was it?
We talked about beer drinking.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm not that interesting of a person.
What do you mean?
No, my average quality was talking to girls, golfing, and one other thing. Oh, and what I'm doing right now, articulating my thoughts.
That's right. Well, that's another thing. Well, you threw all 3 of your average qualities out there, and now before this show, you're like, I can't think of an average quality because you used 3 of them in one show.
Yeah,
you front-loaded.
I should have figured I'd be coming back at some point.
Yeah, you front-loaded. I mean, as many times as you produced a show, like, I don't know, I feel like you as much of us, you live with us, you're producing shows where we're interviewing other people, and now this is like is this your second or third back-end show?
You tell me.
Okay, I don't
second.
know. Let's just say second. I think it's second,
after
right?
Alter.
Right, that was the only one. Okay. But anyways, my point is, you're probably the most fitted back pocket culture guy.
Yeah.
Like, you got it down now.
Yeah.
I do want to get this on record. Are you sick of producing shows?
Yeah.
Oh, I just give.
I won't say this because you guys actually have a great show and awesome guests a lot of the time. I am sick of you texting me the day of being like, hey, are you free at 7 o'clock tonight? And I'm like, technically, yeah, but there goes everything I wanted to do tonight. So
That's fair.
That's fair.
I'm sick of the day of texts.
Okay.
Have I been doing that recently, though?
Well, I told you that a while ago.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
You're getting better at it.
Okay, yeah. So, this Thursday morning, we need you.
I'm not. No.
Chad Greenway, you don't want to be there for that?
I can't
That's work.
just skip work to
you're not
to
skipping.
film your podcast.
You're not
dude.
skipping, dude. And it's our podcast. Come on. What time do you need to be at
Okay.
work? What time do you actually
I get to work at 7 a.m.
Oh, heavy hitter. All right, never mind then. Chad Green was at 8:30, so
Yeah.
nothing we
It
can do
was
there.
9 yesterday.
Yeah, it was. It
It
was
wa-
9. He emailed us this morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
confirmed 8:30. So that'll be fun. That'll be really fun. But
I'm not doubting it. I would love to do it,
okay.
but I have prior obligations.
You have work. This might be a better question. What guests or what topics of guests have you enjoyed more than others? So when we do like really need one versus going to you right away, or we will go to you right away when these type of people come on.
Mm-hmm. It's tough to say.
The good-looking women.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We have bottomless of those.
Yeah, get me all those. Although that's a little awkward because you guys are the ones having the conversation and I'm just over here, like with my mouth shut.
Yeah, but you assume like
We'll get you another mic.
yeah, you
And
yeah,
then I have like the 5 minutes before and after the show to like,
Get your word in.
to squeak something in, make a move.
All right, let's say Famous Dave, or you produced. What's another one that he's produced?
do you produce Alex Gorsel?
Is that Busy Coffee?
Oh, Alex French.
That's Alex French
Alex Corsel was the psychologist.
from St. Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
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 You were there for that one.
I guess both those topics kind of are up your alley. You love barbecue, and you said you really enjoyed like mental health.
Yeah. They were both really good.
Okay.
So
I don't know. I think the Backpocket has an ability to get like the same story from each of its guests in a different way, and it's like telling
Mhm.
everyone's story, but it's also there's this underlying theme of like how to be radically yourself, because each of your guests you're just highlighting on like who they are, average and above average, and I just love like hearing each of your guests is like doing something they're passionate about. And like I love hearing that, and it's like inspiring because it's like, yeah, Jack, go do something you're passionate about, you know?
Yes. All right.
That's
what-
awesome.
yeah.
So
Radically yourself. I love that.
so if you can guarantee you have a guest before the show who's just gonna be like A, unique, and B, like has a
Not
really
trying to be
cool-
someone else.
Yeah, it has a cool story. They're authentic.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I love learning about people and just like building relationships with people. So
Okay.
uh,
Well, we'll
Mm.
work on
I
that.
don't know. I'm easy to please
Okay.
All right. Well, that's good.
as long as you don't text me the day of.
Yeah. No. I've been better about that for the most part. But I do think it's really funny though when we book, because we're just always trying to book as many. We're just trying to front load ourselves so we have a bunch of work to do on the back end. So there will be days where like Ty Webb, that guy's a coach, an intern at another place, and an intern at BP Corp. Like we can't.
No, I understand.
He's only got 1 day a week, but that's not enough. I don't know.
But we have been working.
Enough days.
We've been working in Maddie C into the realm.
Yeah, we've been working Maddie C and Jack. But you've been our thoroughbred of producers
Yeah.
by far.
Well, it's hard to say no when my room's literally
Yeah.
I can see inside of it right
Yeah.
now.
We did not ask you when my dad was here at 8 a.m. this past Saturday. We were like, we're going to produce this one ourselves because it's super early, even though he's probably going to wake up with us sitting across from him. At least he doesn't have to do anything. He can lay in his bed. I do think we
That's
did.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So we're sorry, first off.
For waking up, but we're
also sorry, like, we didn't ask you to produce.
No, we're not sorry. We
That's
did
all right.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, we did what?
We did something for ourselves, finally.
Finally. Yeah, finally we're actually, like, kind of completing each other.
Sure.
You didn't think that's the case?
I don't think that's what we're going for. I think we're finally like
Yeah, I
figuring
got
out
to
how-
listen to your podcast and not film it.
Yeah, he got to do something and just enjoy it.
Okay.
Versus I have to like actually move the camera. We're gonna get another camera in here, so then we can just keep hitting play on it and don't have to worry about it. But that's in due
coming.
time.
It's in due time. That's a great
What
way
else
to
is
put
in due time?
it.
Another mic.
Another mic, yeah. We got to.
That would really make my job more enjoyable, I'd say.
Participate.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because then you got to like
oftentimes I'm just like I like have to keep my mouth shut.
Well, fourth mic's
And
coming.
like, I'm not saying I would just take over your conversation, but like sometimes I really have something to say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can't say it.
Yeah, Ty Webb brings his own mic, and he like talks maybe 4 or 5 times throughout the podcast, but it's
Yeah.
always like awesome. Like we don't realize he's going to talk, and then now we can hear him in the mics and stuff. So it's
Mhm.
like,
yeah, I wouldn't say anything unless it brought value to the conversation.
well, you always bring value, Jack.
Look, we're value guys. We're very value driven
Yeah.
on this podcast. If we're not providing value, then we don't have a seat at the table. You know.
Agreed.
It's also funny though. Tyler was telling us, Ty or Tyler. Do you think he likes being called Tyler?
I'm not sure. I call him Ty.
I call him Ty.
Is this your new intern?
Yeah, intern Ty. So when he said when he was producing, the Coach K podcast, like we were getting deep in like 40 minutes in, and we get to the point where we're talking about if Coach K has any questions for us, and Coach K was struggling, like wasn't really, he just didn't
prepared
know.
for it.
Yeah, he wasn't prepared. Whatever. And then Ty jumps in and like just dominates the question and helps Coach K, forward conversation. But it was so cool because like that was really the first time like I heard the fourth mic really activate.
And we both go,
Yeah, we just all like stared at him. We're like, whoa.
he's speaking.
So are you ready for that?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, I understand that the spotlight's really not on you, but what your voice when
You're
you
filling in the gaps.
yeah, oh man, that is gonna be a fun time when you jump in one of these days.
I gotcha. Bringing my silky smooth voice to your mics.
You got the shirt on. The old silky smooth voice.
KUST University of St. Thomas Campus Radio.
Amen to that, dude.
Jack, I feel like you'd start a radio show instead of a podcast.
I did start a radio show.
No, like another radio show. Like I was about to ask you, like if you were to have a podcast, what would you talk about? But I think you would still just start a radio show.
And I think it's a good point that he brought that
Yeah,
up
probably.
because that's you got the music to play. That's probably why you do it. But I think the convenience of starting a podcast, you're like, forget about that. Like, I don't need the easy podcast. I want to go into the old school where it's going to be very difficult to actually like make time and like get to the studio, all this stuff. You're just going to make it harder on yourself.
It's who I am. It's what I do.
Jack, can you just do a geography podcast?
Just talk about geography.
Yeah, and it's just you. You're a solo podcast, and you're sitting exactly where you are with the map behind you. Like, it's a totally different set. Yeah, exactly. What are you pointing at right now?
It feels like Kansas City.
And it's not, dude. That's that's Tennessee.
No, it's Virginia, just outside of Tennessee.
West Virginia.
Below it, you're in
Below,
Virginia.
you're due south.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I gotta think about this So if I go due north from West Virginia.
Oh, you're in Virginia still. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, you're maybe at the.
It's a big map.
How big is this map?
Now you're in West Virginia.
I don't know. It's your podcast.
West
Figure
Virginia.
it out.
Okay. Then we're gonna
Mountain Road, or what? How's it go?
get over to Chattanooga. Right around here.
No.
Ohio,
And then we're in Nashville.
No, now you're in Columbus.
And
Ohio.
okay. That'll bring us to Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Close. You're
Very
just
close,
just
yeah.
south of it.
Yeah, you're
told
actually
ya.
in Gary, Indiana, right now.
No, it's west.
Oh, due west. Yeah, sorry. You're not west.
Gary's right next to Chicago.
I could just point around like this
Oh,
and
got it,
just
got it.
figure things out. Go around Lake Michigan. Now we're in Chicago.
No, keep going. Doing one more of those loops. Now you're in Chicago.
Now I'm in Chicago. So, yeah. We
That's
could figure something
that's
out.
good content. I know our listeners appreciate that.
Yeah, that was really good.
We're
but-
getting places.
You see, I think you
Kenosha's
could.
right here.
No, keep going west. You're on the other side of Lake. Is
Ah.
that Lake Erie?
No, that's Lake Michigan.
Oh, that is Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
The one that kind of
You're
looks
on
like
the
a penis.
peninsula part. You got to go a little whoop-de-doo.
There's 5 Great Lakes.
All right, go.
Michigan. Superior.
Mm-hmm.
Erie.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other 3? 2.
2. Ontario.
Yeah, Lake Ontario. I forget about it. It's a Canadian name. And what's the other one? Man, I'm embarrassing myself on your podcast again.
I can't remember either. Where's our intern? I don't really care that much, but
I'll look it
we'll
up.
think about it
I'll
tomorrow.
I'll look it up.
Michigan, Erie,
Ontario.
Superior.
Winnebago.
Winnebago?
Lake Winnebago is in Wisconsin. It's inland.
How about Lake Wisconsin?
How about Deer Lake? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Lake Minnetonka? That's a big lake.
That is a big lake. Holy cow.
We were on there for a good 8 hours with no food.
Oh, we had pretzels.
I brought dots.
And we had some rolled gold.
We did have rolled gold.
Oh, yeah. We filmed the greatest.
Curdy's putting together that video right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's going to be priceless.
So, yeah, our weekend, I mean, not to brag, was incredible. 4th of July. I couldn't find the Great Lakes. I'm bagging it. Even the Google
Something
search.
we should all know.
I searched Great Lakes and nothing came up besides greatlakes.org, and I wasn't clicking on it. I'll never click on a .org, dude. Those are the most poorly put together websites.
We strictly went nobe.org there because we could have been the Backpocket.org, and we said, forget about it. We'll go thebackpocketpodcast.com. Or actually, first we went Your Back Pockets for a good year and a half, and then we're like, no one can find it.
Yeah, that's a bad name.
Well, it was funny.
But being funny
No one's
with
going to go to your website.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened. I think we had 4 website page views in a year and a half.
18 months.
And I was probably one of them.
You were?
Yeah, I think we.
I have your IP address now.
Well, there you go. Do with it what you will.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll never go to a .org website, and I'll probably not know the Great Lakes for some time. So we'll have to figure that out a little bit later. But
right now we get to talk about America's weekend.
Yeah, America's weekend was
How
sweet.
awesome was it that it fell on a Thursday, so then everyone gets Friday off,
Yeah,
and you can start it early on a Wednesday night. I mean,
5-day weekend.
that was a bender.
I started at
and a half.
1:30 on Wednesday.
I started at noon. I went and played golf with Mark.
I also played golf Wednesday afternoon.
Yep.
What a start to a 5-day weekend.
That was nuts. Not to brag, but I was putting in hours for the Corp on Wednesday night.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, put together that whole Jonah podcast in one day, which felt great to like put out the following Monday podcast on like the Wednesday before. I was so dialed in, not having to deal with social media for 5 days straight, which I think we had played in a major part of
Yeah, we also
the weekend.
didn't post it all over the weekend.
Yeah, and that was Instagram's fault though.
That was Instagram's fault. They were down.
They were down, so we were down.
Yeah.
Not mentally though.
I didn't even know it.
Backpocket Corp struggled with content. However, we did not struggle with just a go-getting mentality starting on Thursday in the rivers of Wisconsin.
Yeah, the Apple River.
The Apple
Yeah.
River. Holy smokes. 17 tubes, all strapped together in a pretty calm river except for one part and the roaring rapids of Apple River. And that could have been the most just absurd scene anyone could have witnessed that was on shore. They saw 17 people that were on a tube for an hour and a half with a couple coolers full of beers or White Claw. I guess you can't call those beers anymore.
Hard seltzer.
Hard seltzer, pass me that drink.
Yeah.
Steve had to correct me there. I said, okay, toss me a beer. He goes, nope, it's not a beer. It's a seltzer. That's a drink to you. So that's funny. But that's neither here nor there. We got to experience the rapid of Apple River, right? Apple River?
The
Sure.
Apple River, I believe.
Yeah,
An
one
hour-
of the Great Lakes.
An hour and a half in of sitting on a tube doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then we hit rapids.
Yep, and that got a little bit topsy-turvy. Just a little, dude.
People didn't know whether to stay on or to get off, and that was the best part because when you have 17 tubes, you need to be unanimous. It needs to be a full group movement.
in
You're
unison.
tied together.
Yeah.
And we were perfectly fine. Everything was very easy up until that point. You get in your tube, you stay in one spot. But then when it's time to get out, or you're not sure if it's time to get out, all hell's breaking loose. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, I don't know who decided that was our turn, but someone just screams, "This is our stop!" And everyone just jumps ship. And the rocks underneath the river are surprisingly very slippery.
There's a whole crowd of people
There's
watching.
a whole crowd of people watching, and you're not very stable after an hour and a half of drinking hard seltzers and literally not moving an inch. Like you could float down that river and not move an inch and drink like 7,000 White Claws, and by the time you have to move in the rapids with slippery rocks and there's just ropes and people and they're like I'm sure there were people crying. Like, it was nuts, but not to brag, but Andrew and I were the first responders, and we corralled all 17 floats to the shoreline. So, good work, dude.
It was
You guys also don't have a great memory of that whole situation.
To be fair,
I was also there with you holding all the tubes up.
you were?
Yeah.
Oh,
And the cooler that I watched opened up within arm's distance away from me, and I had to decide tubes or cooler. And I just watched the cooler open up full of water, just cracked open, and it just filled with water. And then I just watched all the White Claws and beer drift down the Apple River.
yeah, that was bad.
a good like 30, 40.
It was a full cooler.
Yeah, full cooler.
But I was like, I think I was standing in I'm going to tell myself I was standing in an important position holding the tubes up, that if I let go, everyone would let go. They all would have floated away.
It was an important moment for
So
you.
it was the
Jack.
tubes or the cooler. And I was like, someone get this cooler. No one got the cooler.
I do.
Except the homeless guy down the river.
Yeah, he made it
It
a
was
living.
his Christmas.
Yeah, that was his Christmas for sure. But I do, like, I know we don't remember, how it all went because, it was carnage. Like, you're not going to, adrenaline was going.
I think I just have PTSD from it. That's why I forget.
Well, yeah, we have a tendency as people to forget about things we don't like to remember, especially horrific experiences.
Mm.
And that, like, minute and a half was pretty horrific.
Yeah, I was, like, going in and out. And, like, every time I got up, I, like, opened my eyes one time and you're screaming with those massive blinder glasses on. Like, you were, like, pointing one way, holding the tube with the other. I then, like, got up again and I just saw this I saw 30 cans just floating down the river and I'm like, oh no, dude. Not good.
It feels like one of those and when you're playing Call of Duty and you get hit with those stun bombs.
Yeah.
And you're just like ears ringing.
You look around.
Yeah.
Like,
It's wobbly.
yeah.
And everyone's just like, looks like they got hit by the stun bomb
Yeah.
and they're wobbling.
It was a war zone. It was a flat out war zone.
It was a war zone.
But guess what? We survived.
We survived.
We survived. We made it a great day.
We won the battle of the 4th of July.
Holy smokes. Then we had a slip and slide party that could be talked about for hours.
Yeah. And again, let's not pretend like we remembered the whole thing because I don't like I did not know we went on a bus from that point to this place. I just thought we like washed up on shore to just Paradise Island with
No.
all sorts of slip and slides in like food trucks and
We got out of bus. We took a shot in the dark and we were like, hopefully this is our bus. And we got on a bus and it drops us off.
Well, on the bus, this man Declan was leading us, and I think you were also.
All sorts of patriotic songs.
All sorts of patriotic songs. We had 17 people on that bus howling every song that you can think of that starts with America.
And we did good too.
Yeah, they were solid songs. It was a good baritone. They had a good. The women took, what are those softer voices? Someone will Google that.
I don't know.
But the bus won. And we got to the spot that we end up being the promised land.
Yeah. We get off the bus and there's just like a DJ and a slip and slide and those big blow up
Like hamster wheels, but like you
wheel
slide
things
your
that
body
you
into
run into each other with.
Yeah.
and a water
And
balloon.
a
court.
water balloon dodgeball course. And no one using any of this.
It was barren.
I don't even think the DJ was playing.
No.
He was playing
Until
later, though.
we got there.
Yeah.
And we made it a party.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cuts from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I woke up to this one, dude.
Want me to zoom in on that?
No.
No, you're
I'll
good.
zoom in on it with the editing. That's intense.
Yeah, that's intense, dude.
Yeah, I think we all have random cuts and scrapes and things. I have a cut here on my hand.
Yeah, I got a cut. Got a bruise.
This is our new segment, Show Off Your Scars. This is Backpocket
My
Scar session,
bruise
dude.
healed.
Your bruise healed?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But we won the day.
We did win the day.
We did win the day. That was, and then finished off at Stillwater with flash mob and fireworks. I mean, that's like the best way to finish a night when we're all standing out there right after the fireworks show. Like, oh, that was sweet. Like, what do we do now? And then Jackie Burke comes out of left field. Don't even know if he watched the fireworks with us because.
I was there.
Okay, you were there, but it just felt like you weren't there.
I was with the Civil War soldiers.
That's right. Yes.
I wanted to be. I was
cannons.
pretending like I was in the Civil War, dude.
There was a lot of wars going on that day. And then, so you came from the cannons over by the Civil War men. And
Yeah,
then,
I got a picture with them
nice
afterwards.
picture here.
Yeah.
And then Jack comes in and like, there's a live band and no one's dancing. And then we all just mobbed over to Flash Mob playing, and we just had a young Katy Perry up there with guys in ties and white dress shirts.
Yeah.
Just jamming.
Yeah, dog.
That video of you doing tricep curling your drink.
The Saturday night special.
Yeah, and then freaking Katy Perry also tricepping the mic. That was all time. That was an all time moment.
Yeah.
That was your Nirvana moment.
That was a good one.
I want to say it was.
It was a good one. The whole night was a Nirvana moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you put me in front of a live band, a couple drinks in my hand, a couple moms. It's game over.
Yeah.
On the 4th of July, like the best day of the year, it's game over. It's game over.
Thriving.
You won't see me better than that.
I was happy to just be a part of it. I felt like a role player, and I did my job. I was at like just if Jack needed an extra like boost of like, you know, rigmarole hype piece, I was right there just like side shuffling with him.
No, it wasn't my night. It was our night.
Sure.
It was America's night.
That's right.
Good
you
call.
know,
It was America's night.
Because I really want to put you on a pedestal from that night, but it's just not possible because we were all
a part of it.
getting ours, dude. It was sick. It's
Yeah.
fun to watch.
We all have a chance. You have a chance to win every day,
Yeah, every day we have a chance to win.
and that was
That's right.
And I think we did. We had it.
We won.
We won.
We won the day.
We won a few battles, and then we won the war. So that was our Thursday, and then Wednesday, and then Friday was a quarries, cliff jumping.
Going to the quarries. And before we get into that, which was nuts, it was so funny, Jack, looking at you from across the quarries and just seeing you standing there with your shirt off. You look like an action figure, dude. You look like such an action figure.
I'm a real life action figure.
Have you ever seen how Jack stands? Like his arms are always like so, just like kind of round. And you're tall, built like an ox. And just from far out, dude, you look like an action figure. Like, I don't know why you weren't just like, you know, moving like this all the time. So
I probably looked like an action figure when I jumped off the cliffs.
Same, dude. Just like a stiff. man.
Everyone's like doing flips and shit, and I just like, A, I'm scared shitless, and B, like I'm not like athletic enough to do a flip or something cool like that. So I just like run and just jump like an action figure, because like most action figures probably couldn't do something cool.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
They probably just you just start them off the cliff and you toss them.
Yeah,
so
you
yeah,
just toss them.
they're straight leg.
Straight leg.
Yeah. Oh man,
But yeah, that was
that was a rainy quarry jumping.
that was a weird. Yeah, I don't know if
We
I'll
just did it.
yeah,
We did it though.
We did it.
We're never going back. I'll confirm that.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't need to.
I'm never going back there unless I'm gonna go to wherever Yoakum was gonna take me for burgers. Shout out Yoakum.
Yeah.
That place looks sweet, but it was closed. We'll go back.
We'll
So
go back.
That was pretty much our Friday. I think we did a couple more things, but Saturday we went to Big Island, and let me tell you, there was a lot of beef. 17 more, another squad of dudes just going on a pontoon boat that none of us really knew how to drive a boat to begin with. We all have kind of like soft experience, and so Greg just took the lead on it.
Yeah, I was honestly like on our way there. I was YouTubing how to drive a boat just in case. Turns out, yeah, we had at least one responsible guy.
You had to buy a life jacket. Did you return that?
No, not yet, but I should. That was like $60. A $60 life jacket. So dumb, but
It was a good looking life jacket. Did you wear it?
Yeah, I was looking beefed, dude.
It was bulletproof, right?
It was bulletproof. Yeah, I bought a bulletproof life jacket for $60. Try it out. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna correct you. I do know how to drive a boat, especially a pontoon, competently. However, Lake Minnetonka's crawling with cops, boat cops. Don't see a lot of those, but on Lake Minnetonka, they're not uncommon whatsoever. And I wasn't gonna risk it.
That's smart.
Thanks for going on record for that.
Yeah.
So
I
now,
was like, I know how to drive, and I could competently, but I also don't want to get in trouble.
yeah. Okay, that's
So
fair.
someone else do it.
Yeah, well, shout out to Bosch,
So
Greg
thanks,
Boscher,
Greg.
for figuring that one out.
Yeah.
Because that could have gotten ugly fast.
Yeah, and I also knew we were going to be out there for 7 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to drive a boat on the way home. Like, I'm just not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, no chance. But
We're
Big
forward
Island-
thinkers.
Forward
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Big Island was sick. I did not realize that we could be a part of that, not being boat owners or house owners or people that are friends with or being friends with boat owners or house owners on Minnetonka. That those like entirely exclusive to that crowd.
Yeah.
The fact that we can just
We finagled our way in.
yeah. But then it turned out that renting a pontoon for Big Island is like the move. Like that's what you should do. You shouldn't bring your actual boat out to Big Island.
Too dangerous.
Way too dangerous, right? That is crazy how many boats are out there.
Well, if you don't want a bunch of random young meat sticks coming on your boat, definitely don't bring your own boat.
Right.
Because we pulled like 20 deep guys and just partied on other people's boats.
Yeah.
How do you guys know how many boats you got pushed off of? I got pushed off of 2.
I didn't get pushed off of the first.
That's right. I only got pushed off of 1. I got asked to leave.
I was asked to leave the first, put 1 foot down on the second. Before I could even get my second foot down, Spartan kicked off the boat.
Oh, really?
Out of nowhere. Like, just out of left field. I had no clue it was coming. And this guy just, boom.
Just gave you the big cheese.
Yeah.
That might have been the guy that told me to leave right after I grabbed 2 Bud Light limes from his cooler.
It might have been.
Andy Beer Grabber.
Yeah.
Just being there for the boys.
Did I get you one that one time, or were you the next one and I didn't get to toss you one?
I don't think he tossed me one.
Okay, I remember. I think.
But at that right when I got kicked off, I was, per usual, dancing with a mom. And it had been a while since I had a beer, and I was like, hey, you think maybe you can get a beer from your big, expensive boat that we're on for me? And she was like, yeah, I'll be right back. She leaves to go get a beer. Maybe this is why I got kicked off. Next thing I know, another lady comes up to me and she says, this is my boat. Get off right now. I said, I understand. I'm not supposed to be here. And I got off and just get Spartan kicked. It was just a whirlwind of events. But then the lady saw me in the water and she threw me a beer.
Oh, perfect.
So I still got one.
Thank God you followed up on that.
Happy ending.
Okay, the biggest flex, though, of
What's Bosch?
Bosch.
Just in general.
Bosch, yeah, I mean,
He's
first
flexing.
off, trained his whole life for this moment, right? Like, at least knows how to drive a boat. He then plays football at the University of St. Thomas. That's a lot of good training. But then, to make matters even better, I mean, the kid goes keto for 3 or 4 months just so he could
I think
make
it was
sure
a half year.
a half year this kid trained so that he could drive a boat on Big Island.
He looked good.
And he looked great. And then the best part is we just ran into the Brodsky brothers and Brandon Polizuk and their whole squad. Like, what better people to just like randomly pull up right next to than the people that are just, we know them through the podcast.
Yeah.
How sick is that?
I think before they recognized any of us, or you two, I should say, they were just like, come on in, tie in with us.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, wow, what a welcoming bunch.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I was like, why do they want us 17 dudes over with them? And we were sitting on the back. I think you were in the front, so you recognized them, but didn't say anything yet. And then we walked in, and they were so welcoming.
Yeah, which was unusual, seeing as we had strictly beef. And they did not. Like, there was a few girls on their boat.
Yeah.
So we really killed their ratio big time.
I think they were sitting 1-1, and we were sitting 17-1. Sponsored by Omaha Steaks.
Yeah. I was gonna say we were. I was feeling more like we were 5 guys, but instead of 5 guys, it was 17 guys.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
That was phenomenal. I was so happy about that
But
weekend.
thank
Yeah, that was sick.
you to them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Butterflies and shout out to the Brodsky brothers. They'll be on the podcast soon. Just got to get the other mic. But yeah, hell of a weekend. And then the women finishing it off with the World Cup victory. No better way to go
Wow.
out. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that was electric,
That was how.
to say the least.
Now I should ask you both. How are we feeling this Monday? Were you a little depressed? Were you like, I'm glad it's over, thankful I'm at my Monday? Or did you get humbled?
I don't know. I typically every Monday, I feel like everyone is just in such a worse mood that I'm like, I'm not doing that bad. You know,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like to like get excited and to start a new week, get back on a routine.
Mm-hmm.
And today, especially today, everyone was just like, "Oh, today sucks." And I was like, "It's really not that bad. We do this most every day,
We do this
Yeah.
once a week, guys. It's
and we do
Mondays
this 5
aren't-
times a week. But yeah, one Monday a week, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was fine.
How about you, Dak?
be
How are
honest.
you feeling?
Feeling great for the same exact reason where, no one had the weekend that I just had. So when they asked me like, "How was your weekend?" I'm like, "Great, phenomenal. Kind of glad to be back."
Yeah.
And then like asking them and like, "Hey, what'd you do?" "Oh, grilled out." I was like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
Oh.
Went
Oh.
up to my in-laws.
Yeah, that was.
sweet.
Went up to the in-laws' cabin up north. Oh, nice.
That was probably a blast.
That was super fun, I bet.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, but I definitely had more fun than you.
So what'd you do? Oh, well, let me tell you. It's great. It's phenomenal.
The boys all being single for this fourth couldn't have asked for a better
It's a perfect storm.
like all of us were single. We should have had a sweet ratio because of that. Like everyone should have been like moving and grooving. But we said F that. We want to be boys, fuck Nucks and Chucks, passion beers against our or seltzers. Sorry, against our
Seltzers,
head.
yeah.
Oh
We're
It's
shocked
a
Oh my
white, it's
God.
a White Claw summer.
It's a White Claw
yeah.
summer, and that's I'm just gonna jump in and say what my average quality is because that works in perfectly.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Was mixing in beers while I was drinking seltzers, and Andy Heartburn thinks he can overcome it because I've already had like 4 or 5 beers, so I'm like, okay, it's not gonna happen now. Like I'm already chilling,
Right.
but I wasn't drinking beers. I was drinking seltzers. So then when I drank the Bud Heavy, I was like, ooh, now you're sitting in a worse position than
You're
you were
feeling it.
15 minutes ago. So my average quality was thinking I was, since I was on adrenaline, since I was having so much fun, my heartburn wouldn't happen because, when you're having fun, heartburn sits on the sidelines.
Yeah.
That's my average quality. I didn't overcome it.
Really?
Whenever I grabbed it, I think I had a Bud Light, a Coors Light, and a Bud Heavy. And the 2 light beers were all right, but the Bud Heavy, I was like, I hate myself right now.
Happens to the best of us.
So then I ate some pretzels, and it absorbed it right away, and went back to those Fultons. Did you guys try any of the Fulton?
The
beer?
Fulton Hard
Nah,
Seltzer?
I didn't have one.
I had one of them grapefruits.
It's like you had a White Claw, and you took Mio and just squeezed the whole bottle of Mio in.
Shout out Fulton. Drink local.
Drink local.
Yeah, well, what's up with every single freaking beer company or brewery company just making seltzers now?
I don't think so. This
It's
was
a White Claw summer.
Yeah, I haven't seen a
And
lot of them.
everyone's hopping on
Well,
the bandwagon.
Bud Light just came out with one. Natty
Oh,
Light has
but
one.
the local breweries.
Oh, the local ones, yeah. The Fulton was the first one to step up.
I think
but
Surly has one too, but I don't think they sell them. They don't
Yeah.
distribute them, only on
Not
on
yet, at
property.
least.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them out there now. It's
a
it's
big
catching
fan.
fire. I'm a big fan. I'm not like shamelessly drinking. No, ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, dude.
Amen to that.
Hell yeah, brother.
You said this, I think like 3 or 4 weeks ago when we were having seltzers up on the deck. Was I'm just I'm a modern day man.
Yep.
Well, you had a White Claw in your hand, and like you were, I can't remember the other thing, but you had 2 things that were just like it doesn't. There are no.
There's no shame.
There's no shame.
There's no
anymore.
shame.
Yeah.
I'm talking probably about artificial intelligence and got my White Claw.
Yeah.
That is like no one wants
Like,
to talk.
last
to a guy
summer,
like that.
summer 18, I was like, this is really good, but I'm a little embarrassed.
Yeah.
This summer, I'm just stone cold Steve Oster White Claws. No shame, baby.
No
Oh,
shame.
how the times have changed.
Yeah.
God, I love it. I freaking love it, dude. But going off your average quality, my average quality, and I'm gonna just say it, this is a corporate average quality, BP Corp, is carpentry. We're not carpenters, we're podcasters. So anytime something is needs to be fixed, you need to find a stud in the wall, you need to drill something here and there, don't come to the back pocket because we're going to make it worse and it's not going to look good at all. And we'll just start with Andrew's mic right here. This thing's been giving us trouble because there is no stud in that wall. So I'm just thinking of brainstorming new ways to basically mount that mic to make sure you have a good time. And I think I'm doing don't touch it. Here's the thing, that it looks good now, but 2 weeks later,
It might fall.
I-
All right, I won't touch it.
yeah, it might.
I'll be gentle.
Yeah.
Have you guys considered staining these?
Yep. Well, we didn't do it because it's not.
It would look much better, wouldn't it?
Every time I see them, I'm like, we should stain these.
You think?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Maybe unmount them if you're gonna do that. and
Well,
then
yeah.
remount them.
Yeah.
I think that's the move.
That's
That
definitely
could
the
be
move.
a weekend project.
It could be. Yeah, I think
We probably have some stain in our basement.
yeah, we probably do. That's a good point.
Because
You think about that?
You sure as hell know we're not going to go out and do yard work. That's a weekend project. That
Average
we're not
quality?
gonna do.
Did I just think of my average quality?
I think so.
Did you? Did you?
Yard work?
Yeah. Did we spoon feed that one to you, Jackie
did.
Cheese?
I mean, I was gonna think something else, or I had something else thought of because it was gonna lead into what I learned.
Oh, okay.
But yard work.
Yeah.
We have a jungle.
Maybe
in the
I haven't.
backyard.
Maybe I've learned it in this moment that my average quality is yard work. I can do it. I can do it. It's kind of like driving the boat on the Saturday after 4th of July. I can do it, but I'm not gonna.
Are we going to do it by the end of the summer? That's the real
Yeah.
question.
I think we should.
We should. Are we going to?
Is it bad if we don't? Like, will we have a yucky backyard come next spring, or will it really not even make a difference?
I don't know.
Here's the thing.
We should. I
it's-
mean, we have such a great backyard.
We do.
Like, I like growing back there and, tossing the old pigskin,
Doing some chips
chipping
and putts.
and putting.
I kind of compare doing yard work, and this is yard work, but like raking leaves. Like confidently in my life, I can say I've never raked leaves in the fall.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like never had. I mean, yeah, just wasn't doing that at my house when I was living with my parents, and then sure as hell wasn't doing it at the college houses I was living at. So yeah, I haven't done it. And we did. Did we do it this year? No.
Yeah, I had a service in college. Not that it came with the cost of rent.
Yeah.
And then this is gonna sound a little pretentious, but my dad is someone who's like very keen about having a nice lawn. And growing up, I always had to cut the grass, and he's so particular about how he likes his grass that I just never did a good enough job. And he eventually said screw it, and he hired a service. So I haven't.
That is a slap in the face.
I haven't cut the grass in a while. Although I did do landscaping for 2 summers in high school. Oh, in high school and college.
Mm.
So,
I do landscaping in the water. I strictly do water-based landscaping.
yeah, and you're good at it.
I am good.
You are really good
Yeah.
at it.
I was ready to clean all of Big Island before my company got out there the next day.
Yeah,
Patrick did that this morning
he did.
Yeah.
No way.
on his birthday.
Wow. But yeah,
Happy birthday, Patrick. I
Happy-
know it's 3 days later, but
yeah. Hey, this is all we got, man. But yeah, that's great point about the yard work because I mean, look, you guys are looking
I
at
can
me
do
like
it. It's been a while.
okay, but are we? I'm looking for some like, hey, are we gonna do it? Are we not gonna do it? Like, are we set on doing it? Because I'll do it.
We just got to schedule some time.
Yeah. But my theory is like we got to do something where if we do it, we then immediately have to reward ourselves or show it off.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have people over the house or play bags in the backyard. Utilize the backyard right away if we're gonna do it. That way we immediately
we cut
see-
the grass. Come over.
Not even that. It's look. We'll do before and after picture this time. I think that's really why we're holding off is so that we can turn it into content. It's just a constant content grab at this house.
Can we have a dad's party where everyone wears like white tennis shoes and blue jeans with t-shirts tucked in,
yes,
That'd be sick.
I would love that.
and
Yeah.
we can just like celebrate how we cut the grass.
Yeah.
Just
Play-
grill out.
Play bags.
Yeah, and then we'll run like all of our dad jokes.
Yeah.
Like and if it starts raining, I'd say like it's raining cats and dogs out here, isn't it? That's a dad joke.
I like that one.
I got no laughs. I bombed. But anyways, what did we learn, fellas?
I can start. It's not. Yeah, I'll start. I learned that this was my 4th summer here in Minnesota, or 4th of July spent in Minnesota. 1 year I drove up with Mark and Blake. It was good to see him. I hadn't seen him in 3 years.
Blake, Mark's friend.
Mark's friend,
Yes.
Blake. Hadn't seen him since the 4th when I was a sophomore and going to be a junior.
Mm.
Then I went to Annie's cabin the next year, and then we did McQuaid's boat, and then we just did a hodgepodge of things. This state is this is the only reason why people stay here, because the 4th is Mecca in Minnesota. I'm granted, probably Wisconsin's very similar. They're very similar states in that regard, with a lot of lakes and a lot of cabins. It is the coolest thing.
It's the place to be.
Celebrating the 4th of July on a lake.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I think I'll say it. I'll go this far on this podcast. We're a 4th of July in Minnesota podcast.
Oh, for sure.
100%. Not afraid to say that. It is the best. There's nothing better.
There's always something to do. Different.
Even
the
if you
best
stay in
place
the
to do
cities. Yeah. Phenomenal. That's a great what'd you learn. Don't sell yourself short on that.
Well, I wanted to end it with that one because it was like pretty much like the last thing, and then I was gonna run into the feel good story, and it would have been perfect, but it don't matter.
It doesn't matter. Jack, I have a weird itch that Jack's what did you learn is super, super good. But I'll start because I don't want to.
No, I want to go Jack.
Are you sure?
Declan should go.
Okay, we'll do Jack.
Yeah. Are you sure?
You sure, Jack?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Actually, Jack, you
In
should
fact,
go.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to go?
No.
Declan. Jack.
All right. I'll go.
Okay.
Sorry, dude.
I don't have one.
You will
No,
think of one.
hey, no. It's gonna be a sweet transition.
Read that book right there and
Yeah.
come up with one.
Hey, go figure out what the 5th Great Lake is. All right.
Yeah.
Figure it out, dude. If you don't have one, you're fired. And that's just how it works.
No, we're not firing him.
We
love
don't
him too
fire him.
much.
Yeah,
Declan, what'd you learn?
Okay. I learned that I'm easily convinced of pretty much anything.
What does that mean?
I'm the most gullible kid, I think, but at the same time, like my knowledge, if like I come to someone, okay, I'll just say it, like life insurance, dude. I'm oddly bought into it, and I don't know why. I just bought more life insurance today.
And we've all told you to get rid of it.
I had you guys tell me to get rid of it. I had.
Well, you don't have to get rid of it, but you don't need to buy any more. That's for sure.
Oh, I tripled down. I went into the the finance department to meet with my advisor, and like I honestly didn't really know what I was getting into when I was going in there the first time, the second time, and then now this is my 3rd time going in, and I was like, all right, I wonder what this guy's got for me today. And I go in there, and he goes, hey man, you know the difference between temporary and permanent life insurance? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, he showed me like 3 grabs with like dollar signs. And he's like, you have this one. Check out this one. And I was like, whoa, dude. It was Nike swooshes after Nike swoosh, dollar bills after dollar bills. I wasn't even asking questions, dude. I was like, how much? I bought in, dude. So now I am a permanent.
You're yanking my chain.
No, this is it. I am now a permanent life insurance guy.
You did this for content.
No,
Please tell me.
this is not a content grab.
You
This
have to have more life insurance than any other 23-year-old.
Ever.
You're looking at him. You're looking at him.
Oh my goodness.
I love life insurance.
Your lack of an immediate family that, like, you know what I mean, a family that you now have a wife and children, isn't going to benefit from your life insurance right now.
It's me, right? I'm the only. See, here's the other thing. I don't really like.
Life insurance is for your family after you die.
So because you're probably going to be.
That's not what I was
And
told.
I'm not saying it's a
heavy
bad
income.
idea.
No. That's
like,
not what I was
have
told.
life insurance too, but I don't have, like, I'm not up buying it by any means right now. It's not a priority right now.
I was being told that I'm gonna be getting paid like by the time I'm like 30 something if I keep my good marks. Put it that way. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works.
If you break your leg, you're gonna get less because they're gonna see you as feeble, and you've already shown to be feeble.
Yes, and yes, but nothing's stopping me now.
No.
I'm on a new tear. I'm pretty excited about
Good
it.
for you, man. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Whatever floats you down the Apple River.
I think
you're wrong, and I think you need to rethink your life.
But tell me why I'm wrong. That's what I want you to answer
All
me.
right. From my perspective, who knows nothing, literally zero, small brained, literally no brain.
You can't say anything then.
No, I can. That's money leaving your pocket to cover yourself for something that if you pass away, dude.
No, there's more to it though. There's got to be more to it.
You don't? Is there?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know either. I've just been told there's more to it than that. I'm
Jack?
buying it. I'm buying.
Well, here's just a quick life lesson. Don't buy something that you don't know what you're buying
That's not what I was
before
doing.
anything.
That's not what I was doing.
It's
I was
like-
buying life.
I feel like you just Matty C'd a blender that was on sale.
No, I did not do that, dude. It's monthly
Okay, and
installments.
then going off of what Andrew said, you could be investing that same money that you're now investing in your new life insurance policy
yeah.
in other ways that are going to pay greater dividends for you in the long run.
In the short term, long term life insurance.
No.
It's balancing a portfolio, dude. I got my own investments that are making great returns on
Like
in the short term.
You should be more concerned about a 401k or a Roth IRA.
I have a 401k. I have 2 different investment portfolios. I have shares in one of the best podcasts out there right now in the world, 50%. And on top of that, now you're just sprinkling a little bit of life insurance on top of Decky's
Yeah,
little
but you already
cake
had
here.
it.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
I
is
had a little bit. I didn't
you
have
could
enough.
be
I didn't have
investing
enough,
in those
dude.
other more important things
No, see, I'm just
with
gonna
that money.
I'm gonna budget more now, just so I could have this more life insurance.
Yeah, you do
From
you,
an
man.
from an outside perspective, it feels like you got famous Dave. Yeah, he came in with some sound bites, and he told you we're a public company. And you're like, oh, I didn't know that. And then the sound bites won you over, and you just bought stocks in Famous Dave. You didn't do your research. Didn't see.
I did some. I didn't do much, but I did enough research to know that I was gonna be making bags. All right.
You did enough research with Famous Dave to know that he made bags.
Yep.
But
yeah.
how's he doing now?
He's doing all right.
He's doing all
He's
right.
doing all right.
Doing all right.
So
And you just want to be doing all right?
no, because I'm doing way better than all right now.
No, but that's what you're gonna be.
Yeah, I think I just don't think you guys get it.
You got
I think
Famous
the
Dave.
thrill of just having life insurance and being the only one that has it, that's got to give me some sort of advantage, right?
Not unless you can explain it.
Agreed.
I can't explain it. That's the crux of this whole issue, I think.
Hey.
I don't know. I was just hoping someone else would explain it to me. This guy clearly did, and I was like, sounds good to me, man. Let's do it.
Was it Logan Petersmeyer?
No. His name's Josh Sharp. I was thinking of just calling him up right now, but I don't think he's going to answer.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about
That's
it.
all right.
Oh, Jack, what'd you learn, dude?
Ironically, last time I was on this podcast, I think for the last back end show, I learned the difference between a 401k and a Roth IRA.
Don't quote yourself on it. Maybe that's
Yeah.
right. Maybe that's wrong. But
I think it's right.
just for review, what is the difference?
Okay, so 401k gets taxed when you take it out,
Mm-hmm.
and a Roth IRA doesn't get or it gets taxed
When you put it in.
when you put it in.
And as it matures, it gets taxed as well.
Mm-hmm.
And pull it out at the end.
Yeah.
All
Tax
at-
free.
But then
All
when you pull
tax-free.
it out, it's tax free.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's good. So what'd you learn today?
Today, I learned I need routine to succeed.
All right, let's give you some examples of
All
how
right,
you failed.
let's go. Let's
and
turn this
Where
in.
will the routine help?
Jack, you have 59 seconds. If you want this
We're
on
coming
social
off
media.
We're coming off of 5 straight days of lack of routine, and I thrive under routine. I do much better when I wake up in the morning at the same time. I know where I'm going. I know what to do. I make my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I'm off to work. I do the same thing every day, and that's where I'm best. I need routine. And I didn't learn that today, but I was reminded of that today.
What happened to make you remind yourself? Just the 5 days of no routine.
Yeah.
To back to routine. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So the lack of routine made you appreciate the fact that you love routine.
Yep. And that's could have been my average quality, but it's neither here nor there.
Dude, you're a walking
there.
audio bit. Speaking of Famous Dave,
Yeah.
you're a walking
Sorry,
audio
that was a
bit.
rough ending.
No, that's phenomenal, dude.
I am who I am.
I love your reflections
And
too.
I never thought of something before this podcast started, so.
Did you figure out what the fifth lake was?
God, that's what I was going to say. It's Huron, man. That's what I learned.
There we
That's
go.
what I learned.
Good full circle stuff.
No, you finished strong, dude.
It's Lake Huron.
You learned two
That's
things.
what I learned today.
You learned 2 things. I'm proud
That's
of
what I
you.
relearned today.
Dude, you're the
It's
best.
been a while.
Jack, we love you so much. Thank
Love
you.
you,
more.
Jack.
Thanks for having me.
Love you, man.
And that's a great feel-good story in itself. There's many more that we could touch on. I think one that I want to mention is with Bocella coming to a close, or has now come to a close. Officially, the books have been marked, I think. We might need to review the books one more time.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Bocella's done. We have now are back into the mojo of Backpocket, and at its core, a podcast. And we are excited. We have a plan of attack for this quarter. We're calling them rocks, and we're gonna go for them. And we're gonna use this plan as a metric to see how we're doing. If we can meet, and they're lofty goals. So
Look, we got goals and we're trying to hit them.
yeah,
right?
I think
Simple
that's a
as that.
feel-good story in itself, right there.
Yeah, I would say, look, Backpocket's going bouldering, dude. We're gonna be conquering rocks. We're gonna be rock climbing. We're gonna be getting after it. We may even film a documentary where we free solo these rocks. I don't know. But I would also say what's making me feel good was that 15-year-old girl who won Wimbledon, Coco. That is sick.
She didn't win Wimbledon. She got to the 16.
She got
round of 16.
She got to the quarterfinals, which I mean, good for her. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. She's
15
awesome.
years old.
Yeah.
Beat one
I
of
love-
the Williams sisters on the way.
Yeah, Venus.
Yeah. How's cool is that? I think what it is me, along with probably all of America, loves when the 15-year-old kid wins in professional athletics.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, shout out to Coco, dude.
You love a feel-good story.
Yeah, you love all of America loves a feel-good story.
And all of America loves to talk about their 4th of July, especially here on the Back Pocket.
That's right. Absolute killer of an episode. Next week we have
Steve
Schussler, founder of. Well, do we want to go Greenway or Schussler first?
I don't know. We haven't talked about that.
Yeah.
Let's do Greenway.
Okay, so we got Chad Greenway on Monday. And we got John and Sarah Tuesday with another back-end show, probably with intern Ty.
Absolutely with
After
intern.
back in routine, as Jack would say. So very excited about that, but hell of a podcast, boys. Love you guys. Take care.
Take care.
But I've been thinking of the way you felt when you watched me rolling over the horizon line like we're lightning. It hasn't rained for a long time, but you know